Andy Katz here for NCAA.com and March Madness with my latest Power 36, a shakeup at the top of the poll. I'm going with Duke 1, Purdue 2. You could have gone either way here, but Duke's win over Gonzaga Friday night in front of a packed house at T-Mobile Arena, the largest crowd ever to see a college basketball game in the state of Nevada, was just so impressive that I had to give Duke the nudge over Purdue, leapfrogging the undefeated Boilermakers. Duke looking pretty special with Paolo Banchero, certainly not just the National Freshman of the Year a couple weeks in, but a legit candidate for National Player of the Year. But not just him. Trevor Keels, Wendell Moore, great leadership, kind of like Quinn Cook a few years ago. And Mark Williams, blocking shots right and left, altering shots, and Theo John coming off the bench. Real strong transfer from Marquette. So I like Duke right now. Number one, Purdue, a close 1A, 1B, if you will. 3, Gonzaga. Why should they drop any further after losing by 3 to Duke Friday night in Las Vegas? 4, Baylor. They won the battle for Atlantis. They're still undefeated, but they didn't beat a ranked team down in the Bahamas. 5, Kansas. Now, the Jayhawks did lose at the buzzer to Dayton. Then they really came back and looked pretty good against Iona. I still think Kansas, one of the best teams in the country. After that, UCLA. Yes, they lost by 20 to Gonzaga. They righted themselves, though, and they knocked off UNLV on the road in Las Vegas. Villanova, still holding steady at 7 for me. 8, Kentucky. Wildcats will get another crack to look a little bit better later this month into December. And here are the surprises. 9, BYU. Beat Utah. They're winning regardless of the venue, undefeated. Arizona still riding the coattails of that great win over Michigan. Florida, 11. Knocked off Ohio State at the buzzer. So 9, 10, 11, big surprises. 12, Arkansas. Saw the Razorbacks in person in Kansas City. Very impressed with the way they play in terms of how hard they play for Eric Musselman. All right, after that, a couple surprises here in the Power 36 are teams that moved up, no question about it. Wisconsin at 14 after winning the Maui Invitational in Las Vegas, knocking off Houston and beating St. Mary's in the title game. Iowa State, out of nowhere, Gabe Kauscher was phenomenal in the NIT title game over Memphis. So the Cyclones, for me, are at 15. Kauscher, the transfer from Minnesota, he's scoring like he did early in his career for the Gophers. At 25, I'm going with the Dayton Flyers. Really rough start at the beginning of the season, some bad losses, but then they beat Miami. I know the Canes aren't that good, but still. Beat Kansas at the buzzer, and then won the Orlando tournament by knocking off Belmont. 3 other teams of note, San Francisco, 29 for me, still undefeated under Todd Goldman. At 34, LSU. Tigers undefeated. They won the Emerald tournament down in Florida by beating Wake. And at 35, Louisville won the Bahamas championship by knocking off Maryland and Mississippi State. So that's a wrap up of this week's Power 36 with Duke, my new number 1.